I have wham! This video releases August 1st, 2021, and this week in Cities Skylines is happening now. Earlier this week, I started a new city over on my Twitch live streams. We're working on a low population, low density, rural Ontario small town. You will get a sneak peek into that city a little bit later in today's show. And now that I have all of my RAM back from G-Skill, thank you, I am stoked to get it all hustling and bustling and moving along. Have you been getting into anything fun in your city? I invite you to come into the Discord, link in the description, and give me some screenshots to put behind me. Jumping straight into the front page of the workshop, we are greeted once again by Ryuichi Kaminogi with these wider 2-lane roads, this volunteer fire department by DieHardHunter, and these sleek Okinawa apartments by Knob 50,506,000. On the next page, we see circular robes by Robert, which appear to have the inside of them decorated. Also, Bungalow Man's low-density commercial building called Sally's Dairy, and a next generation McDonald's Macca's by Potato24x7. On the last page, we are brought to Knob 50,506,000 again, this time with low-rise apartments. Some more housing by Seabud with a name that I can't pronounce, obviously inspired by row housing in Amsterdam. And lastly, this NEMA, N-E-M-A building by Honker. This building is stunning. In Honker's honor, I will send you over to this guy to cover this week's content with my classic honk. Wow, Toady, that is quite the honk. Hey, viewers on YouTube, if you enjoyed that honk or this mustache, give the video a thumbs up. It helps out the channel a lot, and it helps get this cheeky video to more Cities fans like you. Speaking of the ways of YouTube, let's check out this week's Reddit posts. There were 2 highly upvoted posts that stood out to me. This American City by Rafterman TC is inspiring. I feel like I've driven through this on a trip down south. And this Oval About by Grey House showcases some gorgeous colors. Damn. I also want to scroll down a little bit farther to recognize this interchange by Z Mug, who hopefully got a snooze in. These 2 beautiful posts by Spock Z86, who absolutely nailed the visuals on these close-up shots. I'd like to extend a hi and welcome to Hershey Squirt and compliment them on their theme mixer setup with the fall colors. Looking at the Breadman Sunken Highway, it reminds me a lot of driving through certain areas of Montreal when you're just getting into the city. And finally, to Lucarino, congrats on getting into this wonderful game, and I'm sorry. Sliding over to YouTube at the top of the list, Target's Atlantis thumbnail really stood out. But of course, it is all top-notch stuff. Let's dive down into the lower views and pause here. In Better Cities Let's Play style video, they showcase an asset that I haven't seen, which prevents noise pollution from heavier traffic. Mr. B's shorter video is a cinematic style flying over this cool geometrical park. Links to these 2 channels will be in the description. Let's check Twitch next. Doing our usual high to low, we have a lot of non-English up at the top. This Brad Woto has entered the scene, and of course we have Yumble. Let's scroll a bit and pause here. AirRec17 did their first stream as a Twitch affiliate in the cities category, and we can see a bit of the stream here. It looks like they've lovingly dubbed their city Nightmare City. The other channel that stuck out to me was PJ Dog 10 Mom, working on the coastline of their Mesmotropolis here. Links to these Twitch channels also in the description below. Hey Turd, any gems in the workshop this week? Thanks, Guy. I sure do. We've seen some of them already. I was immediately infatuated by this volunteer fire station and had to place it in my small town. Check it out. I have a few firefighters in my family and this just sits very well with me. Thank you for giving me a new fire station to work with and add some variety into my towns. Next up is an asset that I've used for a very long time and I think that absolutely everybody should be making use of. It's the Events People generator. It's an invisible 1x1 park asset whose sole purpose is to bring a crowd to its location so that you can make scenes like this. I love this asset. Thank you for it, Flexus. Now let's check out a comment from last week's Twix video. Joe DiMaggio says, the great wham crash of 2021 might be the best thing because it gave us this gem of a series. Thanks, Joe. I'm glad to have found a way to make a positive out of my suffering. Even with my ram back, I will be continuing this series as long as there is interest for it. So thank you for having me. Oh, what's that? What's this? Guys, we're getting some news hot off the presses. As we've been chatting, Maxurgy, right, has dropped another phenomenal mod into the workshop. Maxurgy is the author of the intersection marking tool, the node controller renewal, and the building spawn points mods, so you know this is going to be good. It is a network multi-tool. According to the Steam page, you can do all sorts of things with it: add and remove nodes, join nodes, create slopes and lines, slopes on loops, like a lot. I'm probably gonna go load up City Skylines and see what this is all about. And that is the week's recap. What do you say we do this same time, same place next week? I also do other City Skylines content, so I invite you to check out the playlist in the end cards to see if there's something new about City Skylines for you to learn. And lastly, I would love to start making your cities beautiful again. So if you have a city that needs some sprucing up, find me on Discord or in Twitter and send me the Steam workshop link to your city and I will beautify it and show you the process that I followed. Okay, that's me. I'll catch you next time.